And here's the Austin County Jail Museum, established in 1896. All right, what's your name?
Name is John Sauer.
And John, what do you do here for the museum?
I'm the director, I'm the chairman of the museum.
Okay, great. Well, tell us about the history of this building.
Well, this building was built in 1896. It was the fourth jail in Austin County, all of which had been built on this site. We needed a larger jail by 1896, and so this four-story building was built. It looks sort of like a castle. The fourth story is a gallows. The second and third stories are the cells for prisoners. And the first floor, other than this entrance for prisoners, was primarily the living quarters of the sheriff.
Well, what room are we in now?
We're in the sheriff's office. And the sheriff would be here when he wasn't out attending to his duties. This is where prisoners would be booked. And we have a display of all the sheriffs who had served in this jail from 1896 until it was closed in 1982.
All right, we're gonna head upstairs. Look how thin these stairs are. Holy moly! So how many cells you got up here in the second floor?
Well, there would be room for upwards of 50 prisoners, probably about 35 on the second floor and 15 on the third floor. There was quite a bit of security here. This is a cell control lever. When that bar is open, this door can be opened.
Oh my gosh.
But when you close it, there is a bar that will slide across when you close this cell block control lever.
Wow.
These cells were built with 4 prisoners to a cell, 4 bunks in each cell, 4 cells in this cell block, so 16 people could comfortably be housed in here. This is what a cell would have looked like in the early days. There was no electricity, no water. There would have been a lantern for light. There would have been a chamber pot on the floor for toilet facilities. When water was added, we got lavatories and toilets in this area.
Oh my gosh.
This next cell is what a cell would have looked like after water was added. We've got one resident here. It's old Jess. He's not really a hardened criminal. He's just drying out from a heavy bout with a bottle last Saturday night. This is the Austin County room. It depicts quite a bit of the history of Austin County. The map on the wall is a depiction of the roots of the armies in the 1836 Texas Revolution. The Army of Sam Houston retreated to Gross's plantation on the Brazos River at a location called Raccoon Bend, and there Sam Houston camped his army for 2 weeks while he was preparing for battle. The wall that we're currently looking at shows some of the history of Austin County, how railroads reshaped the county, what had been a very fabulous original courthouse that burned 50 years ago. Austin's colony was an Anglo settlement and had no Germans for the first 10 years. In 1831, the first 2 Germans came to Austin's colony and settled near what is now Industry, Texas. Within 30 years, the county was 50% German. There was a German language newspaper in Bellville, the Bellville Wochenbach, that was edited by the first valedictorian of Texas A&M. There were singing societies in the county. This Piney Concordia is currently called Concordia, is celebrating its 112th anniversary this year. And another thing that the Germans did was they built halls for a variety of purposes. Some of them were exercise halls called Turnvereins, some of them were singing halls called Sangervereins, some of them were shooting clubs called Schützenvereins. This is our Buster Goodman room. We call it the Buster Goodman crime room. Buster was the first policeman in Bellville. When Buster passed away, he left a considerable part of his fortune to the Museum Association, and we pretty much live on his proceeds. So we described in this room what various crimes have been in the county. There was a famous double hanging in 1896 when 2 murders were committed at about the same time, and to save money, people were executed simultaneously. Okay, there were no people living in this area in 1821 when Moses Austin got permission from the Spanish to settle American families here. Moses Austin died, and his son Stephen Austin took over his father's grant, which was basically the Colorado and Brazos River valleys. And this map shows what it was like up through the Texas Revolution. The capital of Austin's colony was San Felipe, known at that time as San Felipe de Austin. There were several well-known residents of San Felipe. There was William B. Travis, Jane Long, who was known as the Mother of Texas, Three-Legged Willie, Noah Smithwick, and probably the least well-known of them was Gail Borden Jr., who was a newspaper publisher in San Felipe. He later went on to invent condensed milk and founded the Borden Milk Company.
Well, I want to thank you so much for giving of your time to let us know about the history.
Well, we enjoy telling the story of the history of Austin Colony and Austin County. Thank you.